Hello guys, Bazza back again with another episode of Ask Bazza. There's been no painting or out like that for a while, simply because I haven't been too great. So it's been the last thing on my mind. So what I thought I'd do was just crack on with the Ask Bazza. From obviously the last episode, a lot of questions were asked, which I am very grateful for. I'm just counting here. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have asked, but there's like 10 questions, I think. If that makes sense. But yeah, so let's just crack on straight away with the questions. So first one's from the Warforge. Hello Warforge, thank you for dropping a question. And he's put, what would you like to see out of 8th edition? I don't know. I don't know what 7th edition was, or 6th, or 5th, or 4th, you know. I don't play the game. So, I can't answer that question, really. Or I'm not equipped to answer that question. But thanks for dropping by, you know, and leaving the question. Greatly appreciated. Ask another question for the next one. I'll answer it. Yeah. The Wargamer Sean, and he's put, where do you want to take your Iron Warriors? Full army, so 4,000 points plus, or a small one of 2,000, and any vehicles planned for it? So what I really want to do with it is have like masses and masses and masses of them. So I want, what I'm planning in my head, I don't know points wise, but what I want in my, like what I've got in my head is I want 10 tactical units, and I want each of them to have a rhino or a tank to go with it, and then I want like maybe 5 to 10 like Terminator units with their own transport, and so loads. yeah. So like, I don't even know how you say his channel name, Kuranges. Is that how you say it? I know it's a YouTube phenomenon. I can't even say that word either. So Mike, his Blood Angel army, I'd like it to be as big as that. I mean, it took him 20 years to do, but the speed I paint, it might just take me a weekend. So yeah, so huge, I want it massive. And vehicles planned for it, like I say, rhinos. I'm subscribed to a guy called Sinzarin, and now if you haven't, go subscribe to him. We've got an unbelievable Iron Hands army, and kind of like nicking ideas off him to do with my army. So he put up a Fellblade video, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but I'd really like that. So that's one of the vehicles I'd like to get. So yeah, so thanks for your question, Wargamer Sean. Very short and sweet answer, I suppose. Right, next question is from Frost and Fists, and this one is from Freak. And he's put, how do you grow such a badass beard? It is November after all, but I look like a rabid mule when I try to grow one. Freak. Well, let's put it this way. This beard takes maybe 3 weeks to a month just to get like this. Yeah, it just grows. I can't grow it on my head. I've said this before. I can't grow hair on my head properly, you know. And when I do, I look like, if you ever seen Toy Story, and that doll comes from under the bed and it's like a spider, and it's got shape. That's what I look like. So yeah, so I've got to compensate, and I've got hair everywhere else. There you go, there's a nice description of me, just not on my head. So yeah, thanks for that nice quirky question. Again, Frost and Fists, this one's from Mythos now. Mythos has just gone into some weird, not weird, but asked me like tons of questions here. So, first question is, great episode, my brother. I really dig your answers for next time. How did you get into commission painting? By accident, really. I mean, like, I've done this hobby for years and years and years, and I thought, well, I'm confident enough to showcase my miniatures and stuff like that, and you know, I've got the ability to paint really good miniatures. I think so, anyway. So why not try and make a bit of money out of it? Why not? So I just literally came on YouTube one day and I said, right, I'm going to be doing commissions. Who wants one? And it was, how I think is, if you don't ask, you'll never get. As cheeky as it sounds, just ask for it. All I can do is say no, at the end of the day. So I literally came in here one day and went, right, who wants a commission? I'm doing it. This is going to be the price. Well, actually, I didn't have a price range in mind. It's only recently that I've like set myself like proper pricing, like lists and stuff like that. But back then it was just what I thought my time and effort is worth, and I suppose still now it's what my time and effort is worth, but it's more of a reasonable price for the customer. It's not, I'm not trying to undercut anyone. It's just what I think my skill and time is worth. So yeah, just by accident really, that's how I got into it. He's also put, how do you like your combat? Sniped and full strength, shot to pieces at a distance, or close up and personal in a melee? So again, this goes back to Warforged, like when he's put, what did you want to see out of 8th edition? I don't play the game, so I don't know what that means. So what I'd like to say is, I like the idea of getting shot at from a distance. If you ever watched the film 300, where they're at the gates and that god emperor man and his army are coming, and he shoots the arrows and it blocks out the sun, and that's from like the other side of a canyon or whatever. That's pretty cool to me. I think that's class. So that's what I like. Next one he's put, what do you think is more important in a warrior? Strength, speed, or technique? Strength, I think. But I've like in different armies on 40k, I like certain units. Like in Eldar, I've got a thing for the Banshees. I like the Banshee models, so they're obviously like speed and stuff like that. I've got a thing for like scouts, so like Space Marine scouts, Tau Pathfinders. They're like the scouts of the Tau, aren't they? Just stuff like that I've got a thing for. I don't know why, but I just like them. But yeah, so that's the answer to that. Pretty straightforward, I suppose. And his last one is put, what are your favourite ranged or melee weapons in 40k? I just like a bolt gun. Bolt guns are just, get shot in the face with them. That'll do, mate. No messing about. I also like plasma rifles. Plasma rifles, yeah. Got a thing for them as well. Just on the looks, not like I say gameplay, I wouldn't have a clue, but on looks wise, I just think they're cool. And he's put there, sorry for so many questions, but 2, 3 and 4 all felt like they went together. Yeah. Much love to the family, and stay frosty, my brother. Well, I definitely will stay frosty today because it was -2 this morning when I took my daughter to school. Not good. Thanks for your questions. Right, Tattoo for You's put, another good question and answer, my friends. Are there any Forge World kits you'd like to see made into GW plastic? Yes. Every single one of the tanks, Forge World tanks, I want them to be made into plastic. Simply because I've seen so many videos of people, unbagging tanks because they come in massive bags on from Forge World, and they just seem warped, or parts of them warped, and then yeah, it's easy enough to fix, but I couldn't be bothered doing it. So if they were just plastic, it'd be a lot easier for me anyway. So yeah, so every single tank that Forge Well do. So thanks again for your question, Tattoo for you. Last but no means least is Nick from Edic Beer, and he's put, I was wondering, have you ever entered a painting competition before, or armies on parade? If not, are you planning on entering one in the future? I have entered one competition, and that was, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but you'll actually see it if you go look back on one of my videos. It's a Space Marine, Ultramarine, stood on a, you know the base you get for the Chaos Terminator Lord, that spiky one. Just stood on that, painted up in ultramarine colours, and it came second. It was the very first competition, well, the only competition I've ever done in my life. I didn't know what to do, what to expect. Came second, but I must admit, I'm like, first place was just unreal. I think I've said it before, it was like a commissar shooting, or just about to shoot, like one of his soldiers for desertion, but it had like an effect in it where like leaves looked like they were blown in a circle or a figure of 8 round the model, so obviously it gives a sense of movement, you know. And obviously I was never going to beat that, but without sounding big-headed, I knew I'd beat everything else, you know. As good of a job as they did, I just knew mine was better. So yeah, so that was then, and obviously I think my painting level has gone up and up and up. So hopefully there'll be more competitions I can enter and, you know, win and, or try to win and stuff like that. But like they say, it's taking part that counts. Armies on parade though, I haven't entered. I'd like to enter, but I never get enough models together to make an army to go on armies on parade. So this is where my Iron Warriors and my Necrons kind of come in. Plus I've got a little sideline project that I'm just dipping in and out of now and again, which hopefully I'll show you. So yeah, thanks a lot, Nick, for your question. I hope that answered it all right. Yeah, so thanks for everyone who asked questions. Again, if you want to ask more questions for the next one, put them in the comments down below. Again, if you're first time watching, please go hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that dislike button. But if you do hit that dislike button, be man enough just to say why you've hit it and what you think I could change. Else it's pointless disliking it, because I don't know why you're disliking it, do I? Right, I'll see you all later. Have a good one. Ta-ra.